For people that don't know, and I feel like I know you guys. I've known Kroll for a long time, and Sheer obviously.
We don't know each other well.
A long time. But for people that don't know you guys very well, just like in 30 seconds, can you just sort of tell like where you came from, like whether you were, what you were doing before this, and what sort of stuff you were into performance-wise or whatever.
Paul?
Paul was at Nordstrom. It was like, when we saw him, he was like this, and we go, no, be like this. And
He took direction so well. Yeah. We were like, I gotta have him. I came from the world of independent film, and my brother and I work as a writing directing team, and we work a lot in improvisation, but a lot of the improvisation we do is more of like for the drama and for the narrative, and Jeff and Jackie saw some of our movies and were like, oh, this is cool, we need this character who can play a little bit more of that straight man role, and I had the improv background. It was kind of a natural fit.
John?
I directed a movie called The Puffy Chair.
I love that movie!
Thank you.
So good!
Thank you, I appreciate
That's so weird because I slept with that director.
Wait a minute.
I'm trying to.
You totally should. It's great for your career.
I'm Canadian. I was on a French-Canadian soap opera.
This is not a joke.
This is not Taco.
That's real.
I was on a French-Canadian soap opera called L'Auberge du Chien Noir, and I was in a band, and my band broke up, and I had time off from the soap opera, so I started
Wait,
making...
so if the Algerian show is called Sands of Passion, the Canadian show called like Snows of Indifference?
Seal clubbing. Yeah. I think it's I was in a seal clubbing fantasy league, actually.
John also has a nice following on YouTube. He's got up to like 500 hits on some of his videos. He's really...
So yeah, I started doing the internet videos and stuff, and that's kind of what got me in the comedy
You're like
world.
half of the internet.
You are half.
The part that's not porn
Half
is
is
you.
me, half is people at home jerking off.
There's a little porn crossover with him. We meet in the middle for like
This
two
is a
seconds.
big porn crossover. So that's my thing.
I grew up in New York and went to school I got a degree in theater in New York, and then at some...
Why are you laughing at that?
Well,
I'm educated.
it's not like a great school.
Because 10 years ago he was doing King Lear, and this is what he's doing now. That's why it's funny.
He's not laughing at that, he's laughing at this.
and then I started doing stand-up in New York, and then I moved out here, and I do a lot of stand-up, and a couple of movies here and there. I was on Punk'd. That was a fun show to do.
Was that your big first?
That was the big thing, yeah, the first thing, 2003. And then
you're amazing in Mall Cop.
And then Mall Cop
Come
was piece de resistance. And I do a lot of stand-up, and now I hang around with these guys all the time. All the fucking time.
I have a very similar trajectory to Mark because I was in the puffy chair. And so after that, I had moved out to LA quite early and done some really awful television, some soap operas, and then moved back to New York and got a theater degree like you.
They weren't French language soap operas.
Yeah.
I know. Apparently, I missed the mark on that one. But then, Mark and I made Puffy Chair together and then moved out to Los Angeles and then made a baby. And then I met Jackie and Jeff, and I got them drunk on margaritas and fed them some tacos.
And your child kept weighing Jeff, which
Yeah.
is one of the great
I
things.
think my child actually wooed Jeff so much that you guys really had no choice.
I think
but
you
to-
were worried that it might have created a complex. Like
I think
Jeff
it was
gonna
more
go
of a
home.
guilt thing. You saw we were living in squalor with a 1-year-old, and you're like, we
Not
need to help
squalor,
them.
Los Feliz, my friend.
You guys know that Mark and Katie are married, right? In real life? Okay.
Yeah.
Just as I don't know, sometimes people are like, what the
gets
fuck is
confusing.
going on? What the fuck is going on?
It is disturbing to the general public who are fans of the show.
Oh
who
God!
see Mark
When
and I
we're at
together.
airports and they see us, they're at first very excited, and then extremely pissed off at us
Really
that
upset.
she's cheating on
we've
Kevin.
had one guy,
It's like,
this guy came up to me after season 1 and was like, "But no, you're not with him."
then they
was
see
like,
our
and I had my
daughter.
kid, and I was like,
Yeah. They look at our
funny
daughter
when
like she's the spawn of Satan. It's just like, oh my God, evil.
People don't blink an eye when I'm out with Steve's wife.
Yeah.
Not at all.
They don't.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah, it's totally normal. And I come out of the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater with
My name's Rob.
Rob. and Paul and
Questions for you.
stand up as well, and moved out here 4 years ago. Was on my big break was the hit show Cavemen.
Any cavemen fans here?
And then just been out here ever since. But it's really, the Upright Citizens Brigade, I think, trained a lot of us in the world of improv to work in this kind of show, which was perfect. That Jeff and Jackie did their homework in assembling us and all the other people they have put on the show or hired, was coming to shows at UCB and seeing everybody and
I just got them drunk.
Yeah, finding filmmakers like you guys. And Katie also made The Freebie, which is a great movie that came out last year with Dax Shepard, and wrote and directed it. But I think they did a good job of assembling people who have a background in writing as well, because of the collaborative nature of the show.
No, I mean this to us is a dream team. I don't mean a dream team like the Eagles this year were supposed to be a dream team. This is not a 1 to 3
I do
team.
kill dogs as well.
But you're sorry about it. You're super sorry.
And Obama said he's cool.
He's
behind us.
And Jeff, a lot of people may not know that you came from like Borat and Bruno and Curb and all that stuff, like which are also famously improvised things.
Yeah, I mean I worked on Seinfeld for a long time.
Yep.
And then
A little show called Seinfeld.
and then I've been doing with my writing partners Alec Berg and Dave Mandel. We've been doing Curb Enthusiasm for the last 4 seasons, and in between sort of helped out a little bit on Borat, traveled around the world with Sacha and Bruno. We just finished another movie for him, The Dictator, that just finished shooting and will be out next May. But I mean, the thing for us was, like on Curb, there are a lot of great improvisers come in, but it's, yourself on a break from Little Fockers. But Larry's friends, his contemporaries, were just a little older, and there's all these there's these great improv people that there's no room, to get them in, and we sat down, and we basically just had drinks or tea or like coffee or
Yeah,
whatever.
we didn't even buy you breakfast.
I thought I was getting breakfast, and they were like, they just ordered coffees, and I was like, fuck.
Was it the day after our taco night?
Yeah,
Because
we're-
they got
We were
it
at our
in.
Beverly Hills Hotel brunch. We were totally.
That was a really nice
That was
brunch.
it. We
too.
blew the expense
So
account.
we sat down with all
Sorry.
these guys, and we're just like, we just sort of said, this is who we want, and we got our first choices for everything. I mean, the one person that, and then we, through the actual casting process, we sat with Steve, who came in, and we're just like, oh my God, this is perfect. And we just sort of said to FX, this is what we want, this is it, and they go, fantastic. And so we do feel like, we always say this is like the Justice League of comedy superheroes, and there's no Gleek, there's no Zan, there's no Jaina, it's all like the real good ones.
Thank you.